I don't care if you're in a situationship, relationship, or single. V-Day's coming up and we're gonna get into this glam. My name is Kay Brittany. Let's get into it. For skin prep, I like to go in with the Hydrating Tonic by Milo Multifunctional. It includes snow mushroom, aloe vera, and smells absolutely amazing. If you're interested in purchasing it, use my code. Don't be scared. Next step, activating powder. I like to apply this in my T-zone because those are the areas that I tend to get a lot of creasing or very oily, and this powder just sucks all of that oil right on up. It has Indian gooseberry and rice powder and a whole lot of, oh, I'm still talking and we on the next step. Child, this is the primer by Black Radiance. This is the long lasting and toning face primer by them. After this, I did go in with their orange color corrector, but I forgot to film it horizontally, so y'all are just gonna have to do with these two little clips for now. My bad, y'all, but let's get into this complexion. I'm using discontinued Serum Foundation, and I barely use a small little dot, and you see how it just gives that flawless coverage, but it still looks like skin. It's perfect for the full coverage or the no makeup girlies. And yes, all products are linked in the description below. As far as blending in your foundation, I like to use any foundation brush that is going to allow me to pack the product into my skin. If you pay attention, I am patting. No swiping because I want this product set in place. For my favorite step using my favorite product right now, I'm going in with Black Radiance's True Complexion Longwear Concealer. I take a small little amount of concealer on my makeup pan and use a concealer brush to apply it in my inner and outer corner of my eyes. I leave the middle empty because I find that the product is going to spread and cover flawlessly anyways, so there's no point in wasting product. However, when you're using this, use a fluffy use a fluffy blending brush or a brush that looks like this and tap that across your under eye. It's going to give you flawless coverage and also not look streaky or cakey. Fair warning, this product does dry out fast, so once it's set, so be really precise with your blending and your placement. For those of you that are like me and prefer a very bright T-zone, use the same concealer shade that you applied on your under eye. But if that is not your thing, just go down a concealer number and choose something that is more comfortable to your liking. Like I said before, placement is key. Although I can work with a cream contour palette, I prefer to use sticks because it gives me better placement. When it comes to a nose contour blend, I like to use small brushes, such as an eyeshadow brush, because I feel like it really gets into the nooks and crannies. To those that are wondering why I contour my bottom lip, it's supposed to give the illusion that your lip is bigger, but I blend it all the way out, so it does nothing for me. I just do it out of habit at this point. When it comes to enhancing the cheekbones, I like to start out with a cream blush at the beginning and then blending that into the contour for a more blended and gradient effect. If your lines are blended a bit too harshly, you can always use that concealer brush and dab in the leftover product to give it that seamless feel. Moving forward into the activating powder that y'all see me use at the beginning of the video, I use this before and after my makeup, and it sets so well, my makeup will not move at all. And also, it can be used as a face mask. To continue with setting our face, I'm using my Powder Puff by Lady Code and Black Radiance's Banana Powder, taking that puff and packing that all the way in because I want to make sure it's evenly distributed, and I remove the excess by scraping it off. Oh, but before you put the powder on your face, make sure your under eye is well blended and distributed, like just touch it up. And then, ba boom, pack the powder on your face. Do not be scared. Don't be trying to be cute with it. Don't try to be a little clean girl. Pack the powder on if you want it to last and give you that full coverage look. Some of y'all be like, "Hey, how do you get your makeup to last all day?" I put the makeup on, and I'm not ashamed. I pack it on, and I pack it on. And boom, getting into the contour, I like to go in my temples, cheekbones, and my jawline to give it a little more chiseled look and to help my face come alive, I should say, because you do not want a one-dimensional face. Now I'm using the leftover powder from my powder brush just to chisel it a little more. Trust the process and add some pink blush. Pack that on because this is Valentine's and we are pretty in pink. In this next phase, I'm setting my face with the powder that matches my skin tone, and I also distribute that on the neck and ears. I did my brows before my skin prep, so at this point, I'm just going to brush them up to shape them out. I wouldn't be me if I didn't add more blush and a little bit of highlighter. Like I said, trust the process, it's all going to come together. Now that contour shade that I used earlier, I like to use that as a base for my eyeshadow because it's this nice rich brown. If you're a pageant girl, you probably recognize this palette by Lady Code, and look what happened. I open it and the eyeshadow falls out, but the eyeshadow is such high quality, it didn't even break. I just popped that thing right on in and carried on about my business. After that, I went in with the shade Starfish, which is that light shimmery pink color. Lady Code's products are traditionally very pigmented, so I go in with a very light hand and build it up little by little. Then I built that outer corner with the shade Boardwalk, and then I went into the contour shade to deepen that intensity. Y'all, I was feeling myself at this point. I'm not even gonna hold you. A smoky outer corner and a glittery inner corner, that's my thing. By the way, you guys can pack the eyeshadow on and blend that way or use the windshield wiper method. Find what works for you. To intensify the look, I'm taking the shade Coconut and I'm placing that on my lower lash line right at the beginning and in the inner corner. Then I take the contour shade on my lower lash line starting from the middle all the way to the end, winging it out. We're going to do that again using Uzo Beauty's eyeliner, and then I am going to line my top lash line, which is called tight lining. And once I get towards the end, we're going to wing it out just a tiny bit. As you can see, I'm using my nail to wing it out, but you can just use an angled brush, y'all. Since we like to be extra, we have to put a little bit of highlight on the bridge of our nose and the cupid's bow. And since we want our makeup to last all night long, we're using e.l.f.'s long lasting setting spray, I think that's what it's called, and drenching our face with that. And once that is deposited into our skin, we're going in with the hydrating tonic by Milo Multifunctional. This is going to give you that nice added glow. Finally, after drenching our skin, we are whipping out the fan. I could stop here, but since I have moles, I like to use a freckle tint just to bring them back to life. I know this is a long tutorial, but y'all rock with me. We almost done. You see, we getting into the lining of the lips. I like to use a dark brown liner, and then I like to go in with this Sephora lipstick that is discontinued. I don't even know the name of it or the shade. And after the lipstick, going in with Sparkling Rose by e.l.f., which you can get at your local Walmart, Target, drugstore, and blending that in with a blending brush so you get that nice pink berry color. For those of y'all new to my channel, you must know that I love to wear my natural hair, and I decided to do a side part which was out of my comfort zone. So you're seeing me just take down my rollers, and I'm using Anointed Beauty's hair oil, rubbing that on my fingertips and gently taking down every single twist. I really love this hair oil because it helped restore a lot of the breakage that I had when I had a bald spot or broken off edges due to improper use of wigs, and it smells good. Also, it is a small Black woman owned Christian business, so check the link in the bio and get y'all some hair oil. At this step, I didn't like the side part, so I just took it out and got some hairspray to spray my twist out and give my curls some hold. And then I go in with my Dreamy Pocket hair dryer to dry that hairspray to help prevent shrinkage from happening. I feel like I'm the only one that uses hairspray on their fro. If I'm not the only one, can y'all comment down below and let me know I'm not alone? And for the last step, we're gonna fluff out our hair and be cute. My name is Brittany, and thanks for watching my pretty and pink Valentine's Day special. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next week.